You can be profitable and own a plane and make money. You know, you got to share these special moments with special people. And it's crazy. Money comes and goes, but these memories will always stick with you.
Make me shine like the sun.
Guys, welcome back. Episode 3. You're here with Jibrael Hindi again. IFBB pro, attorney, serial entrepreneur, real estate investor, yada, yada, yada. Here's the thing. Today we're going to talk about the top 3 lessons I've learned over the years that have allowed me to today buy a plane.
All my life, been grinding all my life.
Okay guys, so we're on our way to Opa-locka, Miami Executive Airport, and on the way, what I want to talk about is lesson number 1, which is the importance of strategic partnerships and how Gianni, Mozzie, and my new good friend, the banker, I can't say his name, to come together with me to make something happen that frankly would not have happened if I was doing this on my own. Gianni, he has a plane, and I approached him. I know him from the gym. We would say hi to each other just, in passing. And I said, listen, I don't know you, but over the years that I've seen you, I can sense in your demeanor that you're my type of guy. And I told him, listen, I saw that you have a jet. I knew at that point that there were tax benefits to acquiring a jet. But he was kind enough. He said, listen, let's have lunch. I'm going to introduce you to Mozzie. He is my captain. And he also knows about the maintenance and repairs. So we had lunch. Gianni was extraordinarily transparent. And number 1, bringing Mozzie along. And he opened up his books for me. And he was very, transparent and showing me, what I would be getting myself into. I saw that with the right management of the plane, meaning the right people, and you can be profitable and own a plane and make money. And I told these guys, I go, listen, I want to do this for the tax benefits. Mozzie, you know how to make sure we don't get screwed. You fly the damn plane. You know how to make sure that the mechanics are not, triple dipping into parts, costs, and all that. That's the difference of operating at a loss versus operating at a profit. And Gianni, you're a businessman and you want to grow your fleet, let's grow it together. And let's get something big and go 3 ways. And we made a commitment that night. We said, listen, let's do this, but let's be very patient and find the right deal. Before we knew it, probably 3 weeks after that meeting, even though we intended that it would probably take 3, 4, 5, 6 months to find the right jet, Mozzie was flying a plane and he went into a hangar, and this particular jet that we're going to be closing on today was there. Some conversation happened and they said that the owner was selling. There are websites that have jet listings. This was not listed, so we call this an off-market deal. Mozzie gathered some information about it, pictures, hours, year, maintenance, scheduling, all that. And he brought it back to us and he was really excited. And they were telling me, look, there's an $8 million plane and it's worth $11 million. And I said, show me, prove it to me. They were showing me comparables and everything was adding up. I said, you know what, let's go take a look at it. So we go take a look at it. It's in a hangar in Opa-locka Airport, which I believe it's the hangar we're gonna go right now to pick it up at. Spotless, most beautiful hangar I've ever seen. It's something you see out of movies, all white. The owner had his 4 Lamborghinis, 3 Ferraris in there also. He had an office, suite, beautiful. The floor was all white. And I remember Mozzie was like, look at the floor, it's all white. And meaning that there's no oil leakage from the plane. In other words, the plane has been very well maintained. So we look at it and man, amazing. The interior, cream, brand new seats, gator skin on the walls.
Listen, I'm not touching a plane unless it got gator skin on there. All right, that's just where it's at right now. All right.
It's a heavy jet. We decide to move forward, and it took to get here today to closing, it took about 2 months. We were this close to quitting. I met a particular banker that owns 45% of a private bank. I'm not gonna mention his name because that's my connect, guys, okay? If you wanna know his name, you gotta contact me, all right? He called me, he had a southern, thick Texas accent, and he was a straight shooter right out the gate. I was like, this is my guy. And that's how I am, I'm a straight shooter. He picked up on that real quick, and I remember he goes, Jibrael, how's your credit looking like? And then I go, well, it's up there and I have a black card. He's like, oh yeah, I got a black card too. He's like, listen, let me make some calls, all right? I gotta talk to people, I gotta ask about, I go ahead, make your calls. So he does actually make some calls. I don't know how he figured out who I knew or whatever. I think he called some bankers that I've dealt with. And he said, listen, you check out, he collects planes also, and he runs, not only does he own the bank, but he owns planes and he charters them, I believe. But he obviously knows his stuff. So he looks at the plane and he's like, yeah, this is undervalued. It's a good deal. we were literally this close to not having a deal, and we're here today, and we're closing on the plane. It's obviously a very big day for me. Last night felt like kids on Christmas Eve, or if you're Muslim kids during Eid. But it's pretty cool that I'm this age. I'll be 37 next month, and I'm still having these kinds of feelings of excitement. And some will say, you're 37. What are you chasing these types of excitements for? But listen, life is short, honestly, and I've been through so much shit in life. If you're working hard and you can really, look at yourself in a mirror and say, yeah, I'm putting everything I can into my responsibilities, as a man or a woman, and then you have opportunities to have a little bit of fun and at the same time make money. Listen, I'm still making money with this stuff. I say go for it. Guys, tomorrow is a special day. I'm doing something tomorrow that I could never have dreamed about. My boy. But Shantae is with me here. We've been together 2 years. A year ago, she was diagnosed with brain cancer. They gave her 18 months to live. And then about 2 weeks ago, we went to a doctor's visit, did an MRI, and it's not looking good. And they gave her 6 months. Of course, I'm not giving up. I've taken full responsibility of her. That's what we're dealing with. But you know what? She has a great positive attitude, and she's stronger than I am. I can tell you that much. Baby, good? Yeah. I said you're stronger than I am. I love you, baby. Guys, this is my other partner on the deal, Gianni, and this is the guy I was talking about in the car, that he was just so kind to me and open to me and just showing me right out the gate and no bullshit. And like what I was saying, real successful people, they love to share and help other people because it makes them also feel like, yeah, they've mastered their trade, and to the point that they're able to show other people, and that's how they get reassurance of themselves. I'm the same way. So, brother, thank you for everything so much. Thank you, man. Thank you.
We're a team.
We are.
In an instant, me, I'm running long distance, all pistons firing. I've been stuck between maybe retiring and feeling like I'm just not hitting my prime. These days seem.
Let me just say who's on the plane real quick. Of course, you guys already saw Shantae, beautiful girl. We got Zane, my law firm partner. Thank God, Zane. You saved my heart from heart attacks. Thank you, man. And we got, you guys know Cole. We got my other partner, Gerald, here. I had to share this special day, obviously, with the people that make this stuff happen and take care of our business. You got to share these special moments with special people and make sure that, people that work hard with you reap the fruits of everybody's hard work. Hey guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. If anybody out there wants to reach out to me, ask any questions, any advice, tips, anything you want, you can reach out to me. My Instagram is AFitLawyer. And please, I only ask for one thing: like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching again. It means a lot. Thank you. See, when your partner on the plane is a pilot also, that means you're never going down.
Ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through.
My God, this is crazy.
I bought a pound and we rode the fuel.
Yo, Gerald.
Ocean views, small
Gianni,
circle,
it's crazy. Crazy, brother. Surreal. This is just, I can't believe this. Guys, so we are in the air. This is my first time taking off and flying this plane. It's obviously a big deal for me and a big accomplishment in my life, but it made me think, and we're gonna kind of pivot off business and pivot off all the excitement and all that. And I think another lesson that I wanna share with you guys, it's very crucial, it's in me internally all the time, is life is short, and you have to use the time that you have here to do the right things, but you also have to make sure you're spending time with the people that matter. A lot of times, guys, I talked about Shantae a little bit earlier about what she's going through and what we've been going through over last year. I've been keeping that, behind doors, but it's brought a lot of perspective in my life. And, traditionally, I've always been caught up in the grind and the hustle and, no days off, 24/7. And, I've done that and I've succeeded in that. It does pay off. But what I've learned also is, I remember like when my grandma's always called me on the phone, hey, when are you going to talk to me? When are you going to come see me? And, I'm thankful to have her around. And now, I realize how somebody can be here one day and gone the next day. And I never want to be in a position where I'm telling myself, man, I should have, not been busy with business and spent more time with people. And fortunately, thank God, I've gotten that message ingrained here. I'm sharing this experience with Shantae, and I discussed earlier, what's going on with her. Really quick, short and sweet. I think we should dedicate some time to lesson number 2 and really internalize that, regardless of everything that's going out there. We have a limited time here, and spend it and make sure you're putting effort and energy and emphasis and love to those people that are around us right now. Because, like I said, you never know when is our day. Money comes and goes, but these memories will always stick with you. So yeah, lesson number 2, life is short. So Dom is a jet broker and charter broker, and he's just telling how 2 years ago he just kind of cold solicited Gianni and was like, I think this guy will buy a plane, and he ended up doing it. And they've been chartering flights on his plane, and if it wasn't for that just little second that he decided to reach out to him, I wouldn't be here, because he wouldn't have had that plane. I would have never seen it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how little things in life, just like what he's describing right here, just can change the whole course of other people's lives. Guys, this is Ed, by the way. He manages the seller's planes. He's a hard head, but he does the right thing for his client, and I admire that. I was just telling him, this is the first time I'm on a jet. He couldn't believe this.
This is really wild. This is a hell of a first jet.
It is. But thank you for everything. Thank you for your patience with us and for working with us. It really means a lot to us. Was it really?
Yeah.
So I'm in good company.
This was his first.
He said that the seller, it was his first jet also. And what's he ordering right now? What does he have on order? A G600, it's on order. Those are $50, $60 million planes, respectively. Yeah. We are in Miami. The plane is still under title to the current owner, which I cannot say his name, but we're flying to South Carolina, and we're literally just going to be on the runway to sign the closing documents. We're doing the closing in South Carolina for tax purposes. And we're literally just going to fly back. But when we fly back, we're going to fly back to our new hangar in Fort Lauderdale. So I got my team with me over here. Got everybody here sharing this special day and moment. I got you. Well done. Good? So yeah, guys, we're in South Carolina. We landed about an hour ago. The title company, escrow company, just said that the sellers got the funds, transaction is closed, and that's our new plane.
From South Carolina back to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. We're glad to have Jibrael on board today. Heading down to Fort Lauderdale. We have 10 more minutes to start our descent to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport.
Hey guys, so it's like 7 p.m. We got out the house, I don't know, around 10 a.m. this morning, finally back. It's been a long day, but this is one of those days that was a long day, but for a really nice reason. We all have those long days and we'd have to grind it out, frustrated, probably feeling like you're gonna have a heart attack. I've had many of those days. Those days still come, but those days are what make these days special, and those days are what make these days possible. I want to wrap up with one final note. It's going to be our final lesson. And that is, do not overextend yourself. I'm 36 years old, guys. Most of you watching are probably a lot younger. Most of you watching are probably familiar with, how social media has influenced or distorted reality, okay? It's taken me a lifelong career, education, and trial and error in so many businesses and in my law firm, going from 0 to 100 and going back to 0 to 100 to be able to get to this point where I'm buying a jet. More importantly, please understand, anytime I buy any sort of asset, like in this jet, for example, I'm always looking at it from a business judgment standpoint, okay? I'm not trying to brag, but honestly, on this jet, I've already made over $1 million and I just signed the deal today. Why? Because like I told you, I bought it undervalued, and guess what? I will be renting it out and chartering it in order to cover the costs of maintenance and expenses, and we will be profitable. We're doing our numbers, we will be profitable. So I'm actually making money with this stuff, okay? You see a lot of people online buying the cars and this and that. You want to be able to live the lifestyle of your dreams, but not for a year and a half. You want to be able to live the lifestyle of your dreams for as long as possible. And the only way you do that is if you build yourself up slowly. It's if you've actually taken the time to understand that it's not just going to come overnight, okay? I've waited a lifetime for this. And when it is time for you to make that decision, of course, you're not going to be starting off with a jet, but let's say it's even with, a car or whatever. Make sure you're financially sound. You're not breaking the bank. Make sure you're taking care of your investments before you're getting into these toys. Make sure you're taking care of putting a roof over your head. Make sure you're trying to invest in a house or a condo before you go out and buy a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, or a plane. Make sure that you're buying sound assets. And then once you have that foundation, once you have that stability, then you can go on and start on your road to acquiring the toys of your dreams. These toys are nice things. They're things that motivate you. Honestly, when I get in the car in the morning, I turn on the Ferrari or Lamborghini, I'm driving to the gym or whatever, I do get that exhilaration. I do get that feeling. It wakes me up and it pushes me. But before I had that, I had to rely on coffee. So, you have to go through the hard ways of motivating yourself. But then, once you get to that level, it just makes things feel so much better. So again, forget about, they used to have a saying back in the day, people would be keeping up with the Joneses. Forget about keeping up with the Joneses. It's you versus you. Forget about what the guy on Instagram is showing off, which he's probably renting or he doesn't even own it, or probably in a year from now, the IRS is gonna take it from him. Pay your taxes. Rule number 1, pay your taxes. Seriously, guys. But yeah, make sure you want to show off to yourself your discipline before you're trying to show off to other people's things that you really shouldn't be buying, okay? Take care of yourself first, take care of your family first. Like I said earlier, spend time with those people around you while you have them, and make sure that you are building strategic relationships. Guys, this is real. This is how I've done it. This is how I do it. This is real. Thank you guys for watching episode 3. Episode 4, coming soon. Let's go.
God give me style, God give me grace. God give me style, God give me grace. God put a smile on my face. God put the smile on my face. God make me shine like the sun. God make me shine like the sun. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one.